Good morning, everyone, and welcome once again to Unity Clear Lake Center's Daily Message. Today's message is on spiritual substance. It's actually day 31 from the book Keep It True Lent by Charles Fillmore. I'd like to begin today by reading something from Matthew chapter 13. Then he told them many things in parables, saying, A farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell upon the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell on rocky places, where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched, and they withered because they had no root. Other seed fell among thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Still other seed fell on good soil, where it produced a crop, 160 or 30 times what was sown. Whoever has ears, let them hear. So what is this parable telling us? For those who are new to a metaphysical way of looking at life, the seeds sown along the path are all the new ideas that begin to take us from looking at our outer realm to looking at a spiritual realm. And when we first begin to look at life differently, others outside of us can tell us that those thoughts are not correct. They can tell us that this is what you see in the world, and that is what you have to believe in. That you have to believe what your bank account says. You have to believe the aches and pains in your body. You have to believe the words somebody says to you out of anger. No matter what it is that you see around you, the world is telling you that that is what's the truth. So when we first begin this different spiritual path, it's very easy for us to give up new thoughts, different ways of thinking, and have those new ways snatched from us. The seed falling on rocky ground refers to somebody who looks at life for the first time in a different way and gets really excited about it. But since it hasn't had time to be absorbed into our being, this doesn't last long. So for the person who, for the first time, is hearing the words that there is a substance greater than our bank account, or the person who is hearing that a disease or an affliction can be healed by the power of thought or feeling, or that love can conquer all things, this can be very exciting. However, the first time something butts up against them, they lose that connection, and all those wonderful feelings of joy are destroyed. The seed falling among the thorns is someone who hears these new words and these new thoughts, but has so many worries and concerns in the world that these worries and concerns wipe out everything that person is reading or hearing. They can take time in the morning and meditate, they can read the daily word, they can listen to YouTubes, but the very moment they get up from their meditation or reading or listening, they're right back into verbalizing their pains, their sorrows, their lack, their limitations, their fears, their angers. They don't allow time for these new thoughts to take root, and they keep allowing the old thoughts to come in and destroy the new ones. So the seed falling on good soil refers to the person who begins to hear and read messages, that there is something far greater than what we can see and touch and hear around us that contributes to the joy, health, and prosperity of our lives. This refers to the person who hears these messages and says, I don't understand it all, but something feels right about this, and I'm going to give it my best shot to see if this actually is true. And so they take the idea that thoughts held in mind produce after they kind. They take the idea that prosperity comes from a state of consciousness, more so than what we're struggling to do in the world. And since we're talking about spiritual substance today, they take the thought there is absolute opulent abundance in the world, and they hold that thought no matter what happens to them. They don't listen to the people outside of them saying that there's, that idea isn't the truth. They don't give in to the events and the things that start to appear about them. They hold to the thought that no matter what is appearing in their world, there is opulence, abundance about them. Not just financially, but abundance has to do with health, joy, life, being in this world. And this is the hard part. This is where faith in something greater than ourselves is tested. That to fly in the face of what we see, they hold very firm to the idea that thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. But that means that every thought they've been holding up until now has produced the life that they're living, and that every thought they hold from now on will produce the life that they want. But this is work. This does not come easily. This does not come from one thought that, this abundant life is ours. It comes from thoughts held in mind over and over and over again. This work strengthens our inner resolve to only see the good in life, to affirm health in the face of illness and death, to hold firm to the idea of financial abundance in face of being laid off work, to hold firm that there really is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotent, all-powerful, omnipresent, all-present, omniscient, all-knowing, and to affirm absolute, complete divine order in my life, bringing me to an even higher good. And that statement is not easy to hold. But that is where we are exercising our spiritual muscle of faith. That's where we're being called to step up and hold firm and lift a heavier weight of greater faith and trust in knowing that only good can come into our lives. This is what spiritual substance is about. This is what we are here to prove to the world, that only good is coming into our lives. We are here on this earth to prove that there is something far greater than any one of us can truly understand. We are here to be the spiritual forebearers to this world. So I invite you to call on the spiritual substance of good. Call it forth into your life today. Call forth divine order, but not only call it forth, affirm that it has actually happened. We're asked to be in the present moment as if all we desire has already taken place. That all of our heart's desires have already manifested right here, right now, in this very moment. This is where thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. It is not in the future, it's right here, right now for us. Universal Source is not waiting to give us our good. It has our good right here, right now for us, but we are the ones that must claim it. So I invite you for the rest of today and from this time forward to claim your good as if it's already here, because it is. But we have to allow the energy of those new thoughts that we're holding the time they need to manifest this new life for us. We're asked to not give up. We're asked to hold firm to what is truth until that truth has the time to manifest for us. So thank you for joining us, and I hope this message stimulates you to think one more time about all the good that God has for you, but it's up for us to claim it. And let's do that right now. So, once again, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold that Christ Force energy bringing you all your good. God bless each and every one of you. Have a beautiful day.